Hi, I'm Danny, and welcome to The Strangest Thing. Every week I have somebody come on my podcast, and they tell me the strangest thing that's ever happened to them.
We're covered in toilet paper.
He flicks my contact out of my eye.
And then at the end of that, we read one from you guys, because everyone has a story that's a little bit weird when you say it out loud. And tonight, we have a very, very special and important guest, a very, very good friend of mine, my friend Ryan Burtis.
Hi.
Style icon, oozing creativity.
Thank you so much. I did dress up in my formal wear for the occasion. Don't know if you could see my tuxedo.
Obsessed
Tarp?
with it?
Yeah, thanks.
Tarp.
Tarp.
That's the true term.
Thanks.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being here. And I want to just jump right into it.
Let's do it.
Let's hear the strangest thing that's ever happened to you.
Okay.
That's weird. Huh?
What did you say?
No way.
The strangest thing.
Okay. So my stories tend to be, I am like a multi-hyphenate creative, as you've said. And so I feel like I do love a story as kind of like the last creative frontier. Bear with me, because I feel like in the age of AI, I know it's like a weird thing to bring up in this world, but I feel like right now, the thing that can't be recreated easily is like our own human experience. And I really love that about this pod, about you, about this creative journey we're on right now. And so I think these stories you're telling are so important and can't be recreated easily. And I have one for you along those lines. So picture it, 2016, bone-chilling year in every way. I, in a past life, I don't know if you guys can tell, dear listeners, but I am flaming gay. And I was the creative director on a little show, mom and pop show called RuPaul's Drag Race. And in 2016, I was working really hard on I wasn't part of the show, just like the marketing of the show, right? The promos and the campaigns. And so
That's the show.
That's the show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The fanfare of it all.
Nobody gets there without that.
Thank
and
you.
we know that.
Thanks. So I was like working pretty hard on this promotion for this show. There were a lot of changes, a lot of egos. I don't know how much I want to say on here, but basically I was feeling really burnt out. And I thought a good solution for me post-launch of this campaign was to go to my family in Florida and have a little R&R, go to the pool, have a little humidity for my lungs. You know what I mean?
Get that hair big.
Get that hair big. And so I traveled to, in 2016, like a pretty dangerous place to go is Florida, I would say. So I think that alone is creepy and brave. But I do go to Florida, and I'm experiencing this like New York City grind burnout from this thing. So I go, and all I want is like relaxation. Day one, my parents decide that the thing that could help me in my burnout and need for relaxation is a good old fashioned Everglades airboat trip. A tour of it's the only place I can think of in America. And like, dear listeners, let me know if I'm wrong, but there are like real life monsters at every turn, and they're like allowed to be in your swimming pool and in canals, like in your backyard. It's crazy.
Yeah, they can like climb fences and get wherever they want to.
And they're fast
Yeah, and they're also like prehistoric.
in every way.
Scary.
Yeah, really. Thank you. You're setting it up perfectly. So,
Texas. So I and also I grew up going to Florida.
okay, sorry.
Way out there. Yeah. But like really familiar with all that.
Yes.
Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana. Yeah. So my parents decide day one, we're going to go on an airboat tour to relax me. And so we are waiting in line. You kind of get assigned the first airboat captain that it's kind of like they deal the cards. You know what I mean? We didn't pick him. At the end of the dock, we're like next in line. We're a family of 4. The other people that get grouped with my parents, me, and another person are like a really lovely, like grandparents watching the grandkids, but they don't speak English. They're like Spanish speaking people. And so they're along for the journey, but they're not retaining a lot of the information. They're there for the ride. They love an airboat.
Yeah, they want the breeze.
They want the breeze. They want the sights, the sounds, the monsters, but they don't know. They're not receiving information.
Sure.
This is important later.
Okay.
So we see at the end of the dock, the person that we've been assigned to is a raisin of a man, just like a weathered old soul. He could be 40, he could be 90. Like it's just a raisin of a man who's been like rode hard, put away wet. He's a swamp man.
Yeah.
As we get closer, he's wearing his natural human hair plus a visor, looks like the visor that has a built-in hair. It's
Right.
like looks like frosted tips, but the sun has bleached it.
Right,
It's
right,
like
right.
I'm just going to paint the picture. Weathered raisin skin.
Like a duster, like a feather duster.
Of hair. Built into a visor, but it's his real human hair, I believe.
Totally.
I do have photo evidence of this later for you because I
Send
want to
it.
back it up. Yeah.
Okay, go to the Instagram at Strangest Thing Pod. I'm going to post a picture of this raisin of a man, and you guys can go check it out there. Really soak in the visual here. I, for one, can't wait to see it.
We are told as we approach the raisin of a man that his name is Captain Chaos, and his name tag says Captain Chaos.
Birth name?
I believe legal name. I spelled the way you think. And so I will, this is also, there's a name tag in the picture you will see. If that isn't weird enough, natural hair made to look like a visor, Captain Chaos, raisin of a face. This is a big reveal. He's wearing a baby Bjorn, and in the baby Bjorn is an American Girl doll, the blonde one. Now I need some intel on which one. Samantha?
Oh, it might be Samantha.
Okay.
As a lesbian myself, who has always been a lesbian and did not play with American Girl dolls, couldn't tell you.
It was
One of them's named Felicity.
okay.
And I know
it's
that.
not her. It's not her. This is a blonde woman.
Okay.
Adult woman. But he has a doll in a baby Bjorn facing out. So she can see everything.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because she's seen, I believe, a lot. Maybe
She's
too
a
much.
patron of the boat
Patron
ride.
of the boat. Airboat queen.
And like the baby Bjorn, normally it's like keep them in, keep them safe.
Safe. This is
This
facing
is
explore the world.
a show.
Yeah. On its maiden voyage of this gorgeous airboat.
Okay, great.
So we are boarding the ship. We are getting on the airboat. It is, again,
The show.
tiny, adorable family that isn't really present with us, not really retaining information, no fault of their own. They're just in for the good time.
Sure.
Me and my family, me haggard, tired, burnt out, but down for whatever. You know what I mean? So
Here for a vacation.
here for vacation. But remember, I have just launched a campaign, and you know what that means. Like this is our bread and butter. This is how we met. And so if you can believe it, as we are departing, the airboat is so loud. He is sitting on the roof. He says, remarkably, this voyage today is dedicated to the season premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star Season 2. That's the thing I had worked on. And starts playing us out, leaving the dock. He doesn't know me. I've never met him. We don't know him. He is a stranger with a baby Bjorn doll.
Your parents didn't say something? Nobody?
Nothing. He is on the roof. He has just let us board the ship, the airboat, and now he is on the ceiling telling us. He starts playing like Sissy That Walk by RuPaul, the song. He says, this trip today, I don't know if he clocked me and another gay person and wanted to like kiki. He chooses to say, Captain Chaos, this man, I never in a million years thought would know anything from the modern day. This journey today is dedicated to Season 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. The premiere is tonight, blah, blah, blah. Like he plugs the show. Again, the audience is, if we're keeping track, a tiny Hispanic family and me and another person and my parents. That's who's in the boat receiving this information. So he's playing us out to RuPaul. I'm gobsmacked.
What are you wearing?
I am wearing a tropical button-down shirt because I'm in the Everglades, and I'm wearing little shorts. Little shorts, definitely little shorts, probably a closed-toed shoe, like a sneaker, because I'm afraid of all the monsters I mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, like a little summer boy shirt outfit.
Trying to like, he clocked that you were gay right away, and maybe this is for you, but also like, how would he know what that is?
I've never pretended. I don't know that
Right.
I'm ever giving straight, so I don't know that it's like a mystery to him.
You're not.
It turns out he was actually just so moved and excited by the premiere of his favorite show that he wanted to dedicate the trip to that. He was genuinely in himself so delighted that this show was coming back that he loves so much.
Does he have an accent?
It's funny you mentioned Louisiana because I feel like he had a little southern twang, as if he's like, these avenues and sawgrass lanes of water are his home. Like he knows this like the back of his hand. So we are on this airboat ride. The soundtrack is RuPaul.
Is he giving gay at all?
Not at all. I have like pretty good gaydar and I didn't clock it at all. But also, like, I'm not greeted with a baby Bjorn and a doll often. So I think in hindsight, maybe I should have known.
Right.
Because, like, he did have his own doll on hand. So I think that's cute.
I don't know if I saw that if I would go gay.
No, I did say creepy, which
Right.
is half the reason I brought that to you. So yeah,
Totally.
I think alarming, concerning,
Yeah.
and the overall demeanor, like just the synchronicity of it also made me feel freaked out. Like it just felt really surreal, like he had my social. You know what I mean? Like it's just too close to home.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the reason I'm on this trip is I'm burnt out by this thing and I don't want to confront it. And he has brought it to me into my life again. And so the airboat trip goes on. He is like showing off a little bit. Like he's like making some hard turns. He's going real fast. He clearly is like excited, maybe by RuPaul, maybe by us. Maybe it's just like it's in him. He's so joyful to share this experience with us. So we're like doing twists and turns, but there aren't any like big monster sightings, right? Like the reason he wants to give us a thrill.
Totally.
So things devolve.
And he wants to give her a thrill.
Her a thrill because she's facing out.
Right.
So he wants her to really experience it all.
She's here for the show.
She's here for the show. He has, all of a sudden, he resorts to reaching into a Ziploc bag full of raw chicken, and he is throwing pieces of raw chicken into the water and making his own gator calls that he has perfected over time to get the gators to come to the boat for a spectacle so that the monsters are closer to us than they normally would be.
And you know what I'm going to ask? Let's hear the call.
It is a guttural. Do you know that thing when you're like about to get sick and it's like a sinus thing where you're like it's like a little that is so iconic. How did you just do that? Are you a gator, part gator? Wow. It's that. It's so good. You kind of took it right. You took my little voice. It's that. Do it again. That's a gator call. You are a mating gorgeous gator.
Okay.
You're in heat.
My drag name?
Yeah. Gorgeous gator in heat. So he's doing that. He's doing the mating call to attract more gators and throwing raw chicken with his hands in the water to get them closer. All of a sudden, like so many gators are coming because of the call and the chicken.
How fast are you going at this point?
We're stopped.
Oh, you're stopped.
We stop at a location where there are like very clearly nests he knows about under the mangroves that where they keep their babies and eggs and stuff. And he's beckoning them to us. Again, none of this, him explaining the sound they do, him doing the sound, him explaining anything about the pythons and the alligators and the mating rituals and what we're going to see, what we're not going to see, what his goals are, RuPaul herself. Nothing is being retained by the other family in the boat. Everything's just for us, I think. They are here. It's
for you and Samantha.
For me and Samantha.
Right.
Which I think is like my core audience. Like
totally.
Me and a gorgeous American Girl doll. An animate object.
Yeah.
So there comes a time where because of his spot on call that you now share with him and his raw chicken approach, we are inundated with gators. There are so many gators at every side of the boat that I am getting scared. The family's getting scared. And so we flee and we go back. And like the tour is kind of wrapping up. He's escorting us off the boat. My dad, who is like the sweetest dad, he's like so proud of me. You've met him. Gorgeous man.
An icon.
He's the kind of guy who like everything makes him cry. He's like so sentimental, so sweet. So my dad I'm not going to say anything. Like this guy has like... He's a I don't even know.
Chaos.
Captain Chaos. I'm like not going to go there. I also like don't need to engage with him.
Yeah.
I want to just be kind of off this boat because I've just seen real life monsters and the chicken and Samantha.
Are they like they're coming up to the boat?
To the boat.
And what does he say? Like to get you out of there? Like, he's like, we should probably go.
He's really I'm so sad I skipped over that part because he was sensing that it was maybe a little too much. And like he had maybe gone overboard with like the sounds and the chicken. So it was just too many. The volume of gators wasn't natural at that time.
Right. Maybe one or the other.
One or the other. I think maybe we hope
either a
to
click
see,
or a treat.
I think it's a buffet and an audio a symphony of clips. And so he was offering them all of the tools in his toolbox. So we flee, which was a great call on his part.
Totally.
We are disembarking the airboat finally. The family has left. The little family, gone. They get off first.
How many would you say there were?
I would say baker's dozen at least. Probably like upwards of 16 of different sizes around the boat.
Of alligators?
Because he has taken us to where they're mating and nesting and made all this, I believe, overkill on the variables to attract them.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So we cut back to we're disembarking. My dad can't help himself. He says, my son works on that show. And Captain Chaos says, that is me and my boyfriend's favorite show. We watch it on our houseboat. He lives on a houseboat because of course he does, in the Everglades, the Florida Everglades, which I think is illegal. Like, it's a protected land.
I'm going to look that up.
Okay. And as he...
Actually, crew, team, could you look that up for us, actually?
Can you double check? I'm hiding. I'm mortified. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to Captain Chaos. I don't want to talk about this thing that I'm escaping. And he reveals that he has a partner, which I think is very sweet. He reveals that they live in a houseboat. It's their favorite show. I'm kind of moved. Like, in the end, they are my family.
Sure, totally.
So as he's talking about, like, how much he loves the show, what the show means to him, how excited he is about the specific queens on that season, he's talking so enthusiastically with his hands that he hits my eyeball and knocks my contact out of my eye. And let's regroup on what he's been touching for the past hour. Raw chicken.
Oh my God.
He knocks the contact, flicks it right out of my eye.
Sorry, I need to understand a little bit more,
Okay.
how that could have happened.
Okay.
He's
so enthusiastically gesturing with his hands about it all, like doing like a little duck walk, like his little hands are doing stuff.
Oh,
and he's so enthusiastically speaking about his favorite show.
wait, he's doing
He's cat. He is doing little moves. He's so into this. Imagine his day. Imagine his colleagues.
Right.
Imagine his everyday in and out airboat driving. No one knows what Drag Race is. He finds the person who created the campaign.
Yeah.
He has a lot to say. He has a lot of hand gestures he wants to emote.
Yeah.
Wrist down. So his fingers are so ablaze. He flicks my contact out of my eye. And my mom is so horrified that he has touched my eyeball and the contact, we all see a little glimmer flick out. That while my mom is like grabbing me and ushering me out to the car to go to like a Walgreens nearby and get like an eye solution, while I'm getting pulled away by my mother, my dad's still yapping, still talking, wants to be there, is so proud of me, beaming, that my Captain Chaos's last words to us is inviting us to a viewing party at his houseboat that night. We do not go, but it was an invitation extended to us. And then we buy to the pharmacy, we buy an eye solution, and I never see him again.
And I never see again.
And I never see him again.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Weird,
This
huh?
just like, it just kept getting crazier, if I'm being honest. And I'm not going to lie, because I'm not vetting these stories.
Why would you?
I'm not. I'm trusting the people that come on this show. I'm trusting them that they're going to give me a good story. I don't know what they're going to say. And I'm not going to lie, I thought that the story ended with, he said, this ride is in honor of Drag Race, end of story.
If only.
Actually, start of story. Actually, the ride had just begun.
I still have glaucoma. Like, the story with me kind of, you'll know when it's the end. Like,
Right. No, for sure.
There was an arc there. I feel like, yeah, can you believe Captain Chaos? And
No, that's crazy.
This sounds, so what I can offer you is a visual. There is photo evidence of the Gators themselves in the water. There is.
No, I'm going to need all of it.
You can get it all. We could zoom in on the Chaos name tag. There's also Samantha. Clearly,
Yeah.
I think she needs her moment.
Absolutely.
I feel like there's a 90% chance he did like style and brush her hair that day. So she's looking good.
But not his own?
Not his own.
Right.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Or I think the thing that he presented was a styled hairdo. It's just not something I can receive.
Right.
You know?
Totally.
Yeah.
For sure. And so, okay. Incredible story, by the way.
Thank you.
Let's talk about it a little bit. Can we go back? And I know I keep going back to this, but can we just go back to him honoring
The premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 2 of All Stars. Yes. Yeah. This voyage is dedicated to the
dedicated?
premiere tonight of RuPaul's Drag Race All Star Season 2.
I need to understand what happened in the universe that aligned you with, like, you're assigned Captain Chaos.
The only person in that state who probably knows what that is He is so happy. He doesn't know me from anyone.
Right.
He would never know I worked on that. And he doesn't, and the family is not able to receive it. So there's no reason to go there. It is the single biggest synchronicity I might have ever experienced in my life.
That is wild.
Mhm.
The universe is crazy.
It's crazy.
It really does stuff like that.
I really love life for these moments. Like it is so silly and ridiculous.
In that moment when he said that, like what was your first
Gobsmacked, jaw dropped. Like my parents knew, like the purpose of me coming on this trip was like some detox from this thing that had been consuming me like nights and weekends. And for that, like we just looked at each other like in awe. Like he also isn't near us. He's above us. Like he's in a chair above us driving a boat. He can't even see our reactions. Like it really was pure and for him. Like he loves that show so much.
That's
and he was so like
sweet.
genuinely excited for the premiere that night that he just like, that's what fueled him. And he played his little song. Like it's crazy.
Oh my
And
God.
if my dad hadn't revealed it at the end, he would never have known. Like it really was a synchronicity, total coincidence.
Do you think that it like changed the way that you were feeling? Because like, okay, you go there, you're so stressed, you're overwhelmed, you're escaping, you're leaving. Then you see this sweet little consumer, like who you're making it for.
Yeah. As a sweetie myself, a full-time sweetie, I did feel like this is why we do the thing. Like this gruff man is so moved by this show. And I think what's interesting is like we don't have time to really dissect this, but if you really think about the premise of the show, it's really about like you only do well if you're like your true authentic self. And it is like one of the only big queer cultural things we have. And I
Totally.
think the message is great. And it is about like if you try to do something that's not authentic to you, you usually don't do well. So I think it's easy to be moved by the show in general, but I think there is like a subculture that's been creative of like the vernacular of the show and like the language we've adopted as a culture that we can like attribute to the show. And so I think there is an element of like, if you know, you know, and we're like, we are all family if you know it. And so I think it did make it, I'm not going to say I was like so moved because I was covering my eye and thought I had to have an eye patch. Like I was worried, but I think by the end, after the experience and after my eye was flooded with solution, I thought like, that's why we do the thing. Like it is crazy that this man who probably does face some issues being who he is in Florida of all states, like he found joy in this thing. And it is beautiful to like, it does make it feel like all the hard work was kind of worth it in a weird way, but like not to be twee about it, but I feel like it was like, yeah, it was moving. I just had to get past the eye thing.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
the eye thing's tough.
You know?
The eye thing's tough. And
Yeah.
as somebody,
I love seeing.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
We-
adore seeing.
we love to see.
We love to see.
As someone with really severe obsessive compulsive disorder, I'd be thinking about that to this day.
Yeah.
To this day, I'd be wondering, when am I going blind? When's it happening? Because it's gonna. Not for you though.
Who's to say? I do think eye patches are like one of the most chic accessories you could wear.
So chic. No, truly
And I
chic.
feel like that's an untapped market, like as an accessory.
Wait, let's bring it in.
The last time we hung out, we wore eye patches, if you think about it.
Didn't even remember that.
Mhm.
So true.
Just to circle back on that.
Obsessed with that.
Yeah.
We just had to do a spring cleaning and Abby got rid of the eye patch.
Okay. I guess just me then.
So
But I might be the one who needs it.
it was paper, so I'll just make another one.
I was thinking like if we could start a line of like leather and bedazzled, I think it's an untapped market. Just everyone think it over.
Wait,
If we
okay.
want to get sponsored by
Vera Bradley.
Vera Bradley eye patches, that's
Just the paisley.
Just the paisley. Soft quilted on the eye. Sounds
Sweet.
stunning.
Okay, I'm kind of into it.
If I can't see, I want to like at least pop off.
Totally. If you can't see, you want others to see you.
See me, the true me.
Mm-hmm. When you tell people this story, do they believe you?
I think I do have the advantage. It is so hard to believe. I think being able to supply visual evidence helps. But also, I did luckily have other people there. Like, if it was just me, and I do love like a tall tale, and I like, as someone who enjoys storytelling, I feel like a lot of my stories become lore where like this story really happened because it's so simple.
Yeah.
Like it was so unexpected and so simple, and the cartoon of the contact lens and stuff, like that's the way it happened. And it is hard to believe, but I'm just so grateful my parents were there. They remember it clearly. And I had this, part of me knew this was going to be so remarkable and weird and strange in every way that I had to take pictures. And so I'm just so grateful I did, because it really was like one of the strangest days I can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is absolutely bizarre. And this is by far the most perfect example of the types of stories that I'm looking for on this podcast, because what I don't want to happen is like, I don't want people to think that this podcast is only for spooky stories. Like, yes, I am a horror lover myself. This fort is not reserved for that. This fort is reserved for the bizarre, you know? And so like, that's perfect because like, what the literal hell?
It is interesting you bring up the fort, because I don't know if you guys listen to if you guys know, listeners, but Danny does fly her guests out to the Poconos. We are physically in a campsite. It's giving Adirondack boots. Like it is, we are deep in the woods. I know that Danny talks a big game. It's like we're assuming we're in the Los Angeles area. She does fly as coach to the Poconos. So it is IRL. We have normally after this is over, we have flashlights under the chin telling different stories. But yeah, just so you know, the authenticity that is brought here.
No, PJs are over there. Folded PJs matching for all of your nanas.
And so many beans.
Yes. Now we are going to read, we have a submission.
Anonymous?
We have an anonymous submission.
Gorgeous. I don't want to know who.
Sent to the email.
Okay.
thestrangestthingpod@gmail.com. Send in your weird stories because we read them. Okay, so we're going to read this and then we're going to talk about it.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Let me get this guy up.
Stun.
It's called Freaky.
Cool.
Okay. Hey. Okay, so I was swiping around on the dating apps and came across this profile. The guy was giving like sexy cowboy vibes, like in a rugged, has really calloused hands kind of way. And so I matched with him. His profile had mentioned something about a fantasy that he wanted to fulfill, but that wasn't uncommon on this app, so I really didn't think anything of it. We start messaging, and there's nothing too crazy at first, just the usual like, where are you located? What are you here for? Those kind of questions. Then he asks if I'm really into threesomes, like it says on my profile. And I tell him, I've never had one, but yes, I was very interested. He then tells me that it's his biggest fantasy to have one with him and another guy, and that he already has the guy, and that it's the guy's biggest fantasy too. Which I was like, okay, great, because TBH, finding another guy that wants to have another guy in the threesome, really, really hard to do. He then tells me that the other guy is his dad, his biological father, his father figure, the man who raised him, who he also shares DNA with. I have never been more gagged in my life. I was literally in actual shock. I don't remember whether I unmatched him immediately or I just like never replied to him and let him sit in that shame of knowing that I read it but didn't reply. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Your rootin' tootin' dad.
Rootin' tootin'
Father.
God-given father.
Daddy-o.
Yeah.
That is wild. I didn't see that coming, I have to say.
No, me neither.
I thought as soon as we got to biological, I was thinking it was going bestiality. I was thinking like a sui. You know what I mean? I was thinking it was a different beast altogether. But we are talking about the most dangerous beast of all, of human father.
Yeah, incest.
Incest.
In a real way.
Wow.
Not stepdad.
It's my biggest fantasy. It's also his. We are father and son.
Yeah.
You know what the first red flag was? To be turned on by calloused hands. I feel like we as a people aren't desiring that. That tells you everything.
Some are.
Some are.
Sorry, but like it's the dad's fantasy as well? Like it's like in that world, then is it really the son's fantasy or like he's been groomed his whole life?
Ooh,
I don't know. It's
dangerous
like
territory.
There's like that's weird. There's
Very
weird stuff going on.
There's
there.
weird stuff going on. It's weird that this is their bit because they're saying this to everyone.
Yeah.
We
a copy and paste.
copy
I'm
and paste.
sure.
I am a human man. It's my fantasy. And I already have the guy. It's his fantasy too. It's my dad.
Yikes.
God, and it's just like the ability to reveal that without any issue at all.
No, I was actually going to say like the comfortability that man has is crazy.
So I'm assuming like because that is traditionally a hard combo to find.
Totally.
For the guy to have the guy already.
Right.
I feel like this is are they having any luck? Like, I think this is disturbing.
No, that was going to be my question is like, do you think that it's worked for anyone? Like, do you think any girl has said yes?
And what's going on with the person? I actually don't want to, we believe women, we don't judge women, but what is the situation where someone's like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I just don't understand. There are a few, I am like very pro-sex, pro-kink. I think we love people expressing themselves and getting off generally. I just think like the incest thing is one of the most difficult things to overcome. It is.
I think that's right.
Okay.
And also, question for the team to look up. Isn't that illegal?
It must be illegal. I think it's illegal.
Yeah, I think incest is illegal.
And if you agree to it, premeditated incest, and you show up at the place, are you illegal?
Ooh.
You're not related to them, but you're agreeing to it, and you know they have now told you they're aware.
Oh.
You're giving consent to the incest.
You're at the scene of the
You're at the scene of the
crime.
crime. You are the crime. You're the evidence. You know what I mean?
I do.
This is twisted.
Yeah, this is
That's
twisted.
crazy. I'm so sorry, dear listener. Unmatch. Maybe turn off the phone. Erase the little SIM card and then start over.
Yeah.
Different app, maybe.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of ruining. I do love a cowboy. I feel like this is ruining some stuff for me. Because I know that like it was so light and fun before the dad entered the picture. I was like, lasso. Like there was like a fun little yeehaw. It was like where I was thinking it could go in a direction of like maybe they're using spurs during sets or something's weird. You know what I mean? Like rope is cool. That's in the world. Horseshoes, like a little. I would love to throw a horseshoe on a. You know, I think he is the spike. You know what I mean? I think there could be a fun, but it didn't go there. It went much darker.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Papa.
not in the good way.
Not
yeah.
in a good way.
Yeah.
Papa.
Papa is very different than
Yeehaw,
daddy.
Papa. The sheriff.
Yeehaw Papa.
The main sheriff of this town.
Okay. Should we shout out your font?
We're talking multi-hyphenate people, but I am also a font designer. I'm a typeface maker. And yes, one of my type samples said, I am the serif in this town.
Shout out to Wilbur.
Thank you. Which could be that man's name or dad's name.
Or what they say during sex. Yeah, that is strange. That is bizarre. That is crazy. That's wild. I have a little treat for you.
Oh, cool. He's here. He's here in the studio. His dad is also here.
No, my little treat for you, that story is from
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Mhm.
That is harrowing. That's harrowing. That's dark.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sending that in. And you guys that are listening right now, make sure to send in your submissions. Again, you can send them into thestrangestthingpod@gmail.com, or you can send them to me on Instagram in a DM at strangestthingpod. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I definitely believe you. I hope you guys all believe him too, because everything is true in the fort.
The photo evidence does help my case. But yeah, thank you.
No, it's true. And I just saw the photos and like, guys,
There's
go-
a carousel in your future.
No,
okay?
I'm serious. Go to the Instagram. It's like, it's a trip.
Just saying.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. I love you so much.
I literally love you so much. Okay, love you. Bye.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Huh?
What did you say?
No way.
That's strange.